V8, 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 V8.
Proper V8 too. That's an AMC 304. Not something lazy and boring like an LS swap. So what's this beauty doing in my bay? Believe it or not, we're putting power windows in this thing. Stick around after the jump and you'll see how. In order to achieve powered windows, this is going to be the piece we're installing here. And if that looks like a window regulator to you with a motor bolted to it, that's exactly what it is. This is simply a powered window regulator. Big benefit of that is this is going to be the most similar to a factory system that you can get in the aftermarket. Now, installing this is going to be the same process as installing a window regulator. Basically, the factory crank one has to come out, and then this one's going to go in its place. So how this one works is you have a crank. You crank the window up and down. You've got 4 bolts here that mount it in place, and then you've got 2 fasteners on the bottom of the window itself. Now, in order to take it out, we are going to have to remove the window entirely. In order to remove the window, we actually also have to remove this smaller triangular window as well. And the side of this is actually the track for the main window. So first this comes out, then our window comes out, and then finally we can remove the regulator and replace it with our powered unit. So our first step is going to be taking this guy out. Now there are 3 screws along here. There is 1 more in the top, and then there is another one down here, and those all hold this together. So we want to have our window in the bottommost position, and I've done that already. And then we just need to pull this out. Okay, with those fasteners removed, I did find it easier when I did the other side to go ahead and open this window. I think it makes the frame slightly more malleable. And I believe the way you're supposed to do this is to actually tip these out towards the outside of the vehicle. This one has these rain guards in place though, and I don't really want to cut the foam tape holding those and reapply it. So on the other one, I was able to actually pull this inward this way and pull it out. So see if I get lucky on that one twice. We do want the window in the fully down position to do this. That hurt. Okay. And then we just need to finagle. Oh, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody. All right, that one actually came out easier despite the injury. Ouch. Go put something on this. Next, we got to bring the window up a bit. Now, we have to be cognizant of the fact that there is no longer a track for it to ride on the right side, so we have to kind of steady that with our hands. And then I'm actually going to slide a piece of 2x4 under the glass here. That way it's held up by that, not just kind of resting in thin air. And then we can take those 2 fasteners that hold it out. So this crank is just set in place. We're going to go right ahead and start bringing this up like this. As you can see, with no track on this side, it does kind of tend to want to tip. So I'm going to bring this up high enough to pop this piece of 2x4 in here. So we're going to hold the glass pretty much all the way to the back of the window frame here where it does actually have a channel to run across. Get our 2x4 in place, and then that should, I think, let's see, it's going to want to pull to the right. It should land such that we can actually access both fasteners. Those should be 3/8 inch bolts, so we should be able to undo those now. Might have to kind of hold this plastic in place on the other side. When I did that one, it spun. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, those are wanting to spin. That's okay. I'll just set. Need to be able to do it with my fingers. Yeah, they're not in crazy tight. There's one. These are a little crusty. There's two. Okay. And so that's all that's actually attaching the glass to the regulator. Now we just need to pull the glass straight up and out. So, zoop, fighting the sweep a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, sweep wanted to pop off, so I'll have to get that guy back in, but let's go put this somewhere safe. So this is just held in with a few clips. I'll get this back installed. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. All right, I put that back together so I wouldn't forget about it later. Clipped it back in, so we're good there. Now we can actually get to our regulator. So that's gonna be held in by these 4 screws here. We can take off our crank. We don't need that anymore. And yeah, we just zip these guys right out. Impact works best for this. They tend to be pretty tight. Little Milwaukee M12 did great on the other side. I think we should be good here too. Yep. I'm just gonna pop each one first, because once they're all out, it's gonna wanna run. Just put that over there. Okay. Now, those 4 are out. I'm gripping it down here on the arm, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it through this opening here. This piece doesn't need to stay on it. There's a roller here that just comes apart, and I'm just gonna finagle this assembly out the hole. And there we go. That's how you remove the regulator. And next we'll be putting the other one in, but it's basically just reverse of removal. So we got our new one right here. As you can see, this one just drops right in where the old one was in these 4 bolt holes. What's really nice about these is they actually have studs instead of having, you know, holes that you have to find. You can locate this much easier. So all we have to do is bring this in, same way the other one came out, and then locate those holes. Probably help if I took my 2x4 out. A little more room to work. There we go. So yeah, once there. Once you get all 4 studs through the holes in the door, you know you're in the right place. Now we just have to run the provided 10mm nuts down onto these. Okay, that's in. Now we just have to reinstall our window. I guess I should route this wire through here, is what I found on the other side worked really well. May want to put a grommet in that. Now I am gonna have to energize this to move this into a position that I can actually get that glass into place. Because obviously I can't get to those fasteners here. All right, I've got these retractable test leads hooked up to the vehicle's battery here, just directly to it. I don't remember which way is up and which way is down, so I guess we're gonna find out together. Looks like that's up. Actually, let's put this up really high and I'll get my 2x4 back in there and we'll then rest it on the 2x4. That'll really help us get that window laid in nicely. Yeah, way up. Slide this bad boy back in. Okay, and then we just reverse the polarity to bring it back down. Keep going. Oh. Got it jammed. So once the window's in there, it's going to be on the tracks, and that's not going to happen, but got to be careful not to do that, because there's going to be some pressure pushing it this way. Switching them up again. All right. We'll say right about there. Yeah, bring it down just a smidge more. It goes so fast, it's a little tricky. Let's go get that glass. Real quick, wanted to point out, off screen, I took this part of the door card off too. The reason I did that is because this has 1/2 of the wipe on it, and that's why I was fighting the other edge. I didn't leave this on the other side. I figured I didn't need to take it off once I had done that one, and I was wrong. Definitely take the top piece off too.
Oh, this part sucks. I hate working with glass. All right, let's get you in there. I'm gonna try to get it in this back channel best I can. Bring her down slowly, slowly, slowly.
Okay, that's in place. Now, let's get these fasteners in. See if I have that. May need to bring her up a smidge more. I can probably tag one before I do that, because this thing does move a little bit. We'll see. One or the other. Not both. Start with the one on the right here. Okay. Once again, I'm gonna have to hold that to keep it from turning. Just gonna. Oh. Okay. Let's suck that in a little bit. Actually. Yeah, I'm gonna send it up a little. Just a titch. It's probably way too much. But I can get it up in the air like that. Now I have some room to work. Trying to keep it on camera for you. Do the best. So it isn't spinning too bad, or at all. Don't mind that. Okay. Got them tightened. Now, what I want to do is get it in the channel. All right, we are in the channel. And I'm gonna hold it over here while I send it up because I need to get my 2x4 back out of there. I'm gonna try to anyway. There we go. Okay. All right, and now we once again need it at the lowermost position. Now these are supposed to have a rubber stop at the bottom. The passenger side did, this one doesn't, which is kind of annoying. May have to do something about that. For now, I'm gonna take advantage of it though and just bring this all the way to the bottom. Again, while I do this, I am going to guide this side. Oh, wrong way. It's gonna be tricky to do this. With one hand. Okay. Is that the end of the travel? Is that all we get? I think so. Okay, now we gotta put that sail window back in. So here we go. So this is honestly kind of the worst part. Getting this back in just sort of sucks. So I'm gonna hit it with some of this silicone garage door lubricant right on the felt. Hopefully that makes it a little easier to slide down on the window glass and get positioned. And if I turn the camera off, well, you know why. And we're back. I got it. Still not really sure what the trick is. It's like putting in a camshaft. It goes when it wants to. I did find that you kind of want the glass raked a little bit back. Lowest position, obviously. It helps if it's tilted a little bit back. I also found that taking off that clipped-on wipe on the other side did help a little bit. And then popping this down helped a little bit too. The one on the passenger side definitely went in easier. I'm not sure why this one fought so much more, especially when this one came out so much easier. It's just kind of odd. When we set this back in place here, let's trim. And this just snaps in. But yeah, this should just work now. Here we go. Doot. Hey, power windows. All right. All right, so now I have the top door card panel back on, and I also have that wipe back on here. Reason for that is I want the window fairly centered, and then I've sent that all the way up on the track. And now we just have to reinstall our hardware. So our 3 screws along here, the 1 screw at the top, and then the tricky one, which is this guy down here. This one here, you kind of have to put some pressure on it while you send that screw in, because it kind of wants to lean back, but it's fairly imperative that it be tight so that the window isn't kind of flopping around in there. But yeah, let's start with that guy. I'm gonna try to just do it with my hand. I may have to get a pry tool back there. See? Yeah. Don't want to lose that washer. All right, caught it. There we go. That's good and snug. Now we can finish up with the smaller stuff. This one at the very top. And then right on down the side here. Good. The big machine screw goes in the middle. Actually, I don't even think that grabs that. You could probably take it out without it. I don't know. I did, and it worked for me. Okay. There we are. That concludes our power regulator installation on this door. Obviously, I have some wiring and stuff to do to finish up the job completely. But hey, if this helped you out, whether you're replacing the normal regulator with another crank regulator, or if you're doing a power install yourself, go ahead and hit that like button or the Riz or hype or whatever it is that the algorithm likes, and I'll keep making videos like this. So yeah, see you next time. Bye now.